Hey folks, Turbine Guy coming back at you. Now, something recently came across my plate that's a little bothersome and worrisome to me, and it's about my community, and it's something I wanted to share with you to see if you agree with me. Now, most of you know that I grew up in Orono, Minnesota, or that's my home now, and that's where I began my life, but I also spent a bunch of my formative years at the house behind me here, 2140 Grand Avenue in Long Lake. Now, after a number of years, we moved to this house behind me on 87 Inglewood Street, where I finished my formative years before I joined the Navy and moved back for a couple of years afterwards. But the point being that the Turbine Guy himself definitely has dual citizenship in this community in Long Lake and Orono. My heart goes with both communities, which brings me to the issue that really is pulling at my strings these days. So what is pulling at the Turbine Guy's heartstrings? The Long Lake Fire Station, a stalwart of this community for decades and decades. This fire station, although it wasn't originally here, it was over another location, and it was moved years ago when Highway 12 was redone to 394. This is the current Station 1 of the Long Lake Fire Station. And right now, the city of Orono is trying to either take it over or get rid of it. In fact, the fire department's been here since 1905 in Long Lake, helping the surrounding and local communities. So it really is a stalwart. Now, there are issues between the councils where, from what I understand, the Long Lake Council doesn't want to talk too much. The Orono Council wants to be aggressive and do what they want to. And there are two plans right now coming from the Orono Council, who is the major funder of the Long Lake Fire Department and kind of holds the purse strings and whether or not this thing lives or dies. Okay? And those are to either take over the Long Lake Fire Department in a friendly merger or dissolve the Long Lake Fire Department and form a new Orono Fire Department or something like that. Now, this is really hard on the Turbine Guy. You know, I remember Ed's Trading Post downtown, MS Cafe. I also remember the Buckhorn and a few other things that are part of history. The last thing the Turbine Guy wants to see is the Long Lake Fire Department here behind me losing its status and going away after all these years and losing this part of the community too. Now, the Orono City Council has already tried to give away Summit Park. They're giving away fire lanes. They're doing a lot of things. And it sure seems to me that they're being awful heavy-handed when it comes to the Long Lake Fire Department. So I'll tell you what, folks. Turbine Guy is going to stay on top of this story for you because everybody needs to be informed. And y'all need to make your own decision. Whether you live in Long Lake or you live in Orono, let's contact our people on our councils and tell them both. Tell them both. We got to find a way to work this out. We got to find a way to make it work. The Long Lake Fire Department has to continue on and exist. Because I'll tell you what, from what I heard from the membership, they just want this problem resolved so they know what's coming next. Turbine Guy, signing off.